Guys, the WNBA have been talking about their most viral moments of the year. Obviously, number 5 most viral moment was I don't remember this happening. The number 6 most viral moment was I don't remember. Sorry, Jesus. I don't remember this happening.
That moment perfectly captures the core issue. A content creator who has spent years covering the WNBA watches the league's official countdown of the year's most viral moments, only to repeatedly say, "I don't remember this happening." And it isn't an isolated reaction. The confusion keeps resurfacing throughout the entire list. Take a second to really think about that. The WNBA is presenting what it believes were the biggest viral highlights of the year. Yet someone whose job is to know the league inside and out is left questioning whether many of these moments ever truly landed, resonated, or even existed in a meaningful way.
These moments, let's see what some of these are like. Number 9 was Candace Parker with Usher. Don't remember this happening. Number 10 was Stud Buds. To be fair, the Stud Buds at All-Star Weekend is absolutely belongs high. But I'm actually shocked that, first of all, this was higher. This was more important, but the WNBA actually...
Now, let's get to the heart of the issue. All-Star Weekend deserves a top spot. No argument there. But this is where the WNBA's priorities become impossible to ignore. They ranked a photo of Candace Parker standing with Usher at number 9, elevating a celebrity snapshot into the league's top 10 viral moments. Meanwhile, the Mercury vs. Fever matchup, where Caitlin Clark, playing on an injured leg, outplayed Paige Bueckers, comes in at number 7. This was a game that finally settled the biggest debate in women's basketball last season, yet it's placed below a celebrity photo. Let that sink in. A star-studded photo op is valued more than the most anticipated rookie showdown of the year, and that alone says everything about what the WNBA truly prioritizes.
Like, Caitlin was on one leg and she was taking the piss. She stole the ball 4 times off Paige. She blocked JJ Quinterly, screamed in her face, grabbed the ball and just looked up and launched a full court pass, inch perfect, to Sophie Cunningham. She, in fairness, Paige Bueckers caught her in the air and she went down looking like she had hurt herself on that one. Caitlin, stats wise, she had 13 assists in like 20 something minutes. She played 10 minutes less than Paige, so 13 assists. Paige Bueckers was the absolute, she was, as we called her at times last season, she was the garbage time demon. She was the demon of garbage.
Look at the numbers for a second. 13 assists in roughly 20 minutes for steals taken directly off Paige Bueckers, a chase down block on Juju Watkins, followed by a scream in her face, then immediately grabbing the ball and firing a full-court pass to Sophie Cunningham. And all of it happened while Caitlin Clark was playing on essentially one functional leg. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement that settled the debate. Paige Bueckers spent most of the meaningful minutes getting methodically dismantled, and by the time garbage time arrived and she began scoring, Clark had already stamped the game, finishing with more points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and fewer turnovers. What makes the WNBA's post about this game especially fascinating is the contradiction. All season long, the league had been promoting Bueckers as the next face of women's basketball, the social media favorite, the future torchbearer, only to turn around and spotlight a game where she was completely outclassed.
It was what I would say was, anyone points to anything, you look at that game, you're like, even the fucking UConn game. Fun fact. This is not a fun fact because it's not a fact. I'm pretty sure UConn were 3-0 against Iowa and Caitlin Clark until that game. I'm pretty sure. Paige Bueckers is 0-4. I'm pretty sure Iowa beat UConn once when they were in college together. And one of them, Paige, didn't even play. It was
the history between UConn and Iowa adds another crucial layer to this story. UConn went 3-0 against Iowa and Caitlin Clark before their final college matchup, and Paige Bueckers finished 0-4 against Clark. One of Iowa's wins even came in a game where Bueckers didn't take the floor, powered instead by pure Iowa Wilson dominance. This wasn't a fluke. It was a consistent pattern that carried over into the professional level. Yet the WNBA continues trying to manufacture a rivalry between Paige and Caitlin, presenting them as equals despite results repeatedly telling a different story. The comparison to Angel Reese is especially revealing because there's a legitimate debate there. As a rookie, Reese nearly carried the Chicago Sky to multiple wins on her own, whether it was sealing the game in Las Vegas with back-to-back putbacks or willing her team past the New York Liberty. Angel had games where she was clearly the reason her team won, even when everything else fell apart. Paige Bueckers has come close to dragging her team into competitive games, but there's a meaningful difference between making a game close and actually winning it. Angel crossed that line multiple times as a rookie. Paige hasn't done it yet.
What? If you were talking about this game, I just remember like how the game was summarized in one photo. Yeah. How the game summarized in one photo. That was basically it. The rivalry the league wants. They have grown, bless their hearts. Aaliyah Boston, 80 foot, 4 steals, and 13 assists on one leg. Like, she stripped Paige 4 times, and that was the funniest thing. Is that everyone's talking about turnovers. I'm like, oh, Paige had more turnovers than Caitlin in that game, because Paige actually played point guard in that game. The game the Wings beat the Fever, if I'm not mistaken.
Caitlin Clark was on cruise, controlled the entire game. She wasn't even looking to score. She was dismantling Paige defensively and orchestrating the offense for her teammates. Meanwhile, Paige had that look that said she knew exactly what was happening. The Wings game, where Paige was asked to run point guard, revealed something important. She finished with more turnovers than Caitlin. Some try to frame it as Paige embracing a true playmaking role, but the context tells a real story. Caitlin, playing on one functional leg and barely hunting shots, still piled up 13 assists and picked Paige's pocket 4 times. The Wings nearly blew a massive 70-point lead in the closing minutes. Entertaining for entirely different reasons, but when it came to the Paige versus Caitlin matchup, it wasn't even close.
One thing I like is that you're starting to see Paige become Paige again, by the way. Like, if you saw this, for lack of a better word, like the swag and freedom that Paige played with in high school, and then that was kind of gone out of her at UConn. And like, I think we're seeing a little bit more Paige. We're seeing a little bit more her being Paige. And if Paige is Paige, and Paige fixes the mentality issues that she's had over the last 2 years, I don't mean these in mentality issues. Mentality issues is in like the mentality of, oh, I'm just going to, I just want to fit in, and not I'm the fucking team. Like, you fit in off the floor, but on the floor, I'm this fucking.
Here's something to watch closely. Paige is starting to show glimpses of the player she once was. The confident, fearless version from high school before UConn tried to temper her. That mindset of, I'm the team, give me the ball and I'll make everyone around me better, instead of just fitting in and passing to teammates shooting 18% from 3. That was a source of frustration last season. She repeatedly passed up open shots to feed Grace Bueckers, who struggled from deep rather than taking control herself. It's the same reason fans got annoyed when Caitlin occasionally passed to Christy Wallace or Lexi Hall instead of taking the shot. If Paige can fix these mentality issues and fully embrace being the alpha rather than the perfect team player, she'll take Caitlin down plenty of times. Angel Reese has beaten Caitlin before. Ryan Howard has done it. And even Kelsey Mitchell has had her number in certain matchups. But after this game, the debate should be over. It really should be. The WNBA, however, refuses to let it end.
Going to post highlights, Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers. There's going to be a lot more matchups. And by the way, Paige is going to get the better of Caitlin Clark plenty of times. Plenty of times in her career. Like, heck, Angel got the better of Caitlin Clark once. Ryan Howard's gotten better of Caitlin Clark. Heck, fucking Kate Martin's gotten the better of Caitlin Clark a couple of times. And it's not even funny. I don't actually know if Caitlin Clark has ever actually gotten the better of Kate Martin as a pro. So it's going to happen. But I'm still shocked. I'm actually considering what the WNBA have been doing, considering their mentality towards Caitlin Clark as a league, and they're really wanting to push Paige Bueckers the face, even though Paige Bueckers, nobody watches.
This really exposes a central contradiction. Paige Bueckers has an enormous social media following. TikTok users love creating edits of her, and fans build intense parasocial connections, similar to Caitlin Clark in that sense. But here's the problem. Most of these fans aren't actually watching basketball. Paige may have millions of followers and crazy engagement online. Yet when she's on the court, the TV ratings don't match her digital clout, and attendance numbers tell the same story. It's all digital smoke with very little fire behind it. The WNBA continues trying to position Paige as the league's face, but the numbers don't support it. The head-to-head matchups don't support it, and the actual basketball results don't support it. They're attempting to manufacture a narrative based entirely on Instagram likes and TikTok views, while ignoring what's really happening on the court.
Is that, in fairness to Paige Bueckers has an unbelievable social media following. She actually does. She has an unbelievable social media following. The TikTok people love making their edits of Paige Bueckers because they have these weird parasocial relationships with her and AZ Foot. They're like K-pop stars.
This viral moments list exposes a deeper issue with the WNBA's marketing approach. The league still doesn't understand the difference between what genuinely engages fans and what merely creates short-lived social media noise. Instead of prioritizing games that millions of people actually watched and talked about, the league elevates celebrity photo ops and manufactured narratives that fade almost instantly. When a professional content creator can watch the official viral countdown and repeatedly think, "I don't remember this happening," that isn't a memory issue. It's proof that the league is misreading its own audience. A perfect example is ranking the Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers matchup at number 7. That game had real stakes, a natural storyline, and delivered must-watch basketball, with Clark dominating across the stat sheet on one leg. Yet it sits below moments that lack context, drama, or lasting impact. The moments that truly fueled conversation last season. Clark's logo threes, Angel Reese's double-double streak, the playoff intensity between New York and Minnesota, and DeWanna Bonner's clutch performances were memorable because they had meaning. A celebrity photo might generate likes, but it isn't a viral moment in any lasting sense. The league continues to chase the appearance of virality instead of amplifying performances that people are still talking about months later. Paige Bueckers will have her moment. Her talent guarantees it. But forcing narratives before they're earned only highlights the league's desperation. Until the WNBA learns to recognize and elevate authentic basketball drama over temporary social media buzz, it will keep producing lists that confuse even its own creators and reveal just how disconnected it remains from what truly drives engagement in women's basketball.